For the last 71 years, we've watched some of the greatest moments in sports history.
The Celtics now lead 45. And West with a long jump. Russell deflected it and keeps it. Beautiful play. Feeds off quickly to Havlicek. Has been guarded by Krebs, who is holding back. Goes up. They jump long. Cousy throws it high in the air. And the Boston Celtics are the world champions. Oscar Robertson throws to Kareem. 7 seconds. Winkle. The guy up. Kareem with a big pressure shot.
Hayes setting something up with Larry Bird, who gets it low. Puts a move on Byron Scott. What a move by Larry Bird. Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. It's Kobe again. Portland 3 timeouts. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to shot.
And this fall, I'm going to take my time to South Beach. Join Miami.
James pulls up, puts it in. 4-point lead. 35 for LeBron James. Timeout San Antonio.
It's off the runner, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
But what if we went all the way back and redid it? Today is the year 2024. We are here. We are finally caught up. And we are going until Victor Wembanyama retires. That's what we're doing. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. It is almost over. Hit that like button if you guys have enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. I just want to say I really do appreciate all the support and love on this channel and this series. It has been awesome. After this series, I just want to let you guys know, after this series, I'm going to be starting some what if type of videos. So let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see. I have some ideas. I'll go ahead and share a couple of ideas that I have. One is I actually want to do some USA stuff. So I'm going to probably put some, you know, what if I put every Olympic team, US Olympic team, you know, in the league, see who wins. I don't know, something like that in a 7-game series. Thinking about doing that. USA versus international team. You know, stuff like that. So let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see. One is, you know, a rebuild type of video where I build a team with only centers. I thought that would be fun. What if this in-season tournament decided every NBA Finals? I thought that would be cool. I don't know if I can do that, if I can put the in-season tournament in 1984. I think I can, but I never really looked. So that would be cool, right? Just figure out who wins the in-season tournament every year. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some different video ideas, some what if videos that I think would be fun till 2K25 comes out. So give me some ideas. I could really use some help on some ideas because this series is probably going to end right before NCAA Football 25 comes out, which will be posted on actually a brand new channel. And then this channel will only stay 2K. So I've got a plan. 2K content will not end after this series. We still got another, like, probably month and a half before 2K25 comes out. So I got, you know, I need a month and a half worth of videos and ideas. So let me know in the comments below. But like I said, hit that like button if you guys are enjoying the series. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. I do have 2 comments from the 2018 video, and I thought these comments were really awesome. So the first one, RPM REDSHOG. I'm just gonna spell the whole thing. But anyways, you should end the sim with the top pick in 2027-2028 draft class with their last year or you can stick with Wemby. This series is too good. I am just sticking with Wemby, but I think I'm going until the 2028 NBA draft class. I think that's in the thing. I know someone said go to 2030. I think I'm just going to end it at 2028, but we'll see. That's still up for debate. And then the next comment, this one is so funny, man. Stanley Rivers 153. When you said so many trades happening with the Knicks and I seen the roster and I saw LeBron, I just started dying laughing. I thought this comment was abs, because it didn't really, I didn't really connect the dots when I was recording it, right? But then when you look back and you're like, man, the Knicks are making so many trades, and then you see LeBron's on the team, it's like, oh, that makes sense. I just thought that was a really, really funny comment. Keep the comments coming, man. I love your guys' comments. I love all your guys' support. It's been so much fun, and I want to keep this thing going even after this series. And obviously this series will continue into the next game. And I'll say this, because I usually do this series I usually started late March, early April, around the playoffs, whatever. If 2K does the Eras and they go back even further, I am more than happy to start this series even sooner. Like, if they were to do like the Wilt Russell era, and all I need to do is figure out a roster from 49 to like a decade worth, like, this series is going to come out way sooner. Obviously, I just, I wait long enough to where I can find a good roster, I can find good draft classes, all that stuff. But, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I also have another idea of doing this series again, but with a twist. I think it'd be a really fun twist. I'm actually working on it right now. So as of right now, if everything stays the same with my NBA and they don't really go back that much further with the eras, it's probably this exact series will come out in April of next year or late March. However, I am doing this series with a twist a little after 2K25 comes out, so maybe like November. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, but let's get to it. The 2024 off season, which we're in the middle of, by the way. So let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see and hope for in real life. The draft just happened as a Nuggets fan. Getting DeRozan Holmes, I like it. Good backup big for Jokic and AG. A bit undersized, he's not a center. He's more of a power forward, but I really like the move. He can play with Jokic. So we'll see what happens with KCP, but the direction, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Mikal Bridges getting traded to the New York Knicks, which he is a Knick in this sim, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about what's going on in real life with the offseason. And tonight is round 2, so Bronny should be drafted. See where he goes. Sean Livingston, PJ Tucker, LaMarcus Aldridge, Al Horford, who retires an NBA champion with the Knicks, Thaddeus Young, James Johnson, George Hill, JaVale McGee, Ed Davis in there. So a few retirements. And then in the Hall of Fame, LaMarcus Aldridge, 20-8 a game in his career. 7-time All-Star. Never on any All-NBA team, but just a solid player through his career. On to the 2024 NBA Draft Lottery. The Suns, Jazz, Pelicans all have the best odds at getting the #1 overall pick. The Wizards and Heat are at 4 and 5. Bulls, Nets, Cavs, Celtics, and the Dallas Mavericks round out the top 10. And the Phoenix Suns will win the #1 overall pick. Miami at 2, Washington at 3, Portland at 4, and the Utah Jazz at 5. On to the 2024 NBA Draft, and with the #1 overall pick, the Phoenix Suns select Robert Dillingham. Wow. Okay. I forget he was drafted technically by San Antonio. He was in a trade. I think he's going to Minnesota. Is that right? But yeah, he was picked, I think, in real life at pick 8. I don't know. I can't remember. I was watching last night, but not really paying attention, a whole lot of attention. There is a trade. The Miami Heat are sending the 2nd overall pick for Kawhi Leonard. Wow. So Kawhi is joining Russell Westbrook and James Harden in Miami. Wow. So the Brooklyn Nets are saying, you know what? We're hitting the reset button. And with the second overall pick, they take Salon, one of the France players. I don't remember where he was taken in real life. I could probably look up the NBA draft here real quick and just have it. But 6'9". I don't know a whole lot about this draft. Oh, actually, round 2 is round 2 going on right now? No, it's not. Okay. I don't know. I just saw something. I thought round 2 was already going on. But he was the 6th overall pick by the Washington Hornets. So in this world, drafted 2nd overall. The Washington Wizards with the 3rd overall pick will take Reed Shepherd, who was taken by Houston in real life at pick number 4 or 3. And at pick number 4, the Portland Trailblazers will select Ron Holland. Ron Holland goes to Detroit in real life, but in here he goes to Portland. At number 5, the Utah Jazz will select Cody Williams out of Colorado. Cody Williams with number 10 to the Utah Jazz as well. At 6, New Orleans will take Carlton Carrington, who in real life went number 14 to Portland, but he was traded. Not sure where he was traded to. But he goes number 6 in this world. Chicago at 7 will take Alex Sarr. So Alex Sarr dropped from 2 in real life to number 7 in this game. Alex Sarr going to the Chicago Bulls. In real life, he heads to Washington. At 8, the Brooklyn Nets will select Donovan Clingan. Donovan Clingan went to Portland in real life, and here he goes to Brooklyn. And then at 9, the Cleveland Cavaliers take Rashard. He ended up going later in real life. Later in the first round, I believe. Where is he? I thought he went, but I don't see him unless I'm skipping over him. Maybe he didn't go in real life. I thought he did though. I guess not. But he goes number 9 here. At number 10, the Boston Celtics will trade their pick. So the Celtics will receive or are trading the 10th and 39th overall pick. They are getting next year's pick from Utah and Draymond Green. And the Utah Jazz will select Jacoby Walter. Here's the rest of the draft. Kello Ware going to Dallas. I really like Kello Ware. I think he's going to be a really good player. Was hoping that I was hearing that he was dropping in the draft. Was hoping that he could drop to Denver. I like Holmes as well, but Kello Ware is really good. He went to Miami in real life. Stephon Castle, I really like him going to San Antonio in real life. Dalton Connect. Bona, Zach Edey going to the Rockets. Isaiah Collier going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then let's see, AJ Johnson going to Denver. And in round number 2, Bronny James gets taken in round 2 by the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, so Bronny gets drafted. Was kind of hoping he would be drafted by the New York Knicks. I wonder how many times the Knicks passed up on him. I guess just the first round. I don't think they had an earlier second round pick. No, they didn't. So a bummer there, but Bronny heads to Philly. On to free agency here in 2024. Kevin Durant leaves the LA Clippers. Wow. He's tired of losing. They keep losing in the NBA Finals. So he's saying, you know what? I'm gone. I am headed to the Detroit Pistons. I have no idea who's on Detroit. I can't remember right now. Lauri Markkanen, Wendell Carter Jr., an old Kemba Walker. Okay, not the best move. I mean, Markkanen is solid. Wendell Carter is okay. All right, KD, do you, I guess. He leaves Russell Westbrook, Tobias Harris, Gallo. I mean, this was an old team as well. So, you know, I mean, I guess he goes to a slightly better team. Very interesting. Anthony Edwards returns to Indiana, having a really good year last year, 26, 7, and 3. Tatum leaves Chicago. He's headed to Sacramento. Interesting. So the Sacramento Kings getting Jason Tatum. He teams up with Kristaps Porzingis, DeAndre Jordan. Interesting. They have Dallin Terry, Peyton Watson, Anthony Black. All right. They don't have guards. They have Malik Beasley, but they don't have a point guard. So that's an interesting signing. But the Sacramento Kings, I mean, we were talking about the Kings in the last video. Solid team. So they get a really good player in Tatum. D'Angelo Russell leaves Detroit, and he's headed to the Brooklyn Nets. Miles Turner is headed to Portland along with James Wiseman. Andre Drummond to the Hornets. LaMelo Ball returns to Cleveland. And let's see, any other big moves here to the Knicks. Clippers kept Gallo. The Rockets get Sarge and Dragic. The Spurs signed Marcus Smart. Interesting. Okay. All right. So I think I found the championship game here for the in-season tournament, December 7th. So let's go ahead and jump in the Simcast. It is the Orlando Magic and the Memphis Grizzlies. Orlando with Shea, Jaylen Brown, Markieff Morris, Cat, Nerlens Noel, Tyrese Maxey, Gary Harris coming off the bench. And then we obviously know the Memphis Grizzlies with Lonzo Ball, Klay Thompson, Michael Porter Jr., Trey Lyles, and Nikola Jokic. So let's jump in the Simcast, see who wins the second in-season tournament. Last year, I honestly can't remember who won last year, and I didn't put it on the sheet. So no idea. I don't really care about the in-season tournament, but I just thought it'd be fun to put in the video, I guess. I mean, they don't have any celebration or anything, so it's kind of lame, but whatever. We do have a relatively close game. No, that'll do it. So the Memphis Grizzlies, I'm not going to jump in. They don't do a celebration or anything, but the Grizzlies are in-season tournament champions. They win 122-111. Oh, they have Jaden McDaniels. Ooh. Wow, he hasn't been playing, but this year 14-4-3. It's a good pickup for them. He was big time in the in-season tournament game. Nikola Jokic with 29, 7, and 13 this year, averaging 25, 13, and 9. Michael Porter Jr. with 24. He's averaging 26 and 8 this year. Lonzo Ball had 15. He's averaging 15, 8, and 11. Wow. Klay Thompson averaging 14 and 3. He's 34 years old. This team is a very, very good team, and the Grizzlies are in-season tournament champs. Zion Williamson wins his first MVP, 31 points per game, 9.7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, a steal, and a block per game, shooting 70% from the field. So Zion gets his first MVP. Ron Holland wins Rookie of the Year, averaging 11, 4, and 2. Walker Kessler wins Sixth Man of the Year, averaging 15, 9, and 3. Giannis wins a DPOY, 23, 12, and 8. 2 blocks and a steal. That is his third Defensive Player of the Year award. Victor Wembanyama wins Most Improved, averaging 22, 11, and 3. Only 2 blocks per game and 1 steal, shooting 47, 39, and 86. Cade Cunningham wins Clutch Player of the Year, 23, 7, and 5. The Utah Jazz might be building something. And the Coach of the Year goes to Elvin Hayes. And I believe with one of your comments earlier, I saw Elvin Hayes becomes the third coach to win a championship as a player and as a head coach, which I thought that was cool. And then Luis McGee wins Executive of the Year with the New York Knicks. All NBA first team has LeBron, Giannis, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, and Zion. Luka averaging 25, 10, and 9. I don't think they're winning. All NBA second team has Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Stephen Curry, and Lonzo Ball. All NBA third team, Victor Wembanyama, the first time he's on an All NBA team. Markelle Fultz, James Wiseman, Cade Cunningham, and Derrick Rose. All defensive first team has Alonzo, Steph, LeBron, Giannis, and Embiid. Second team with Anthony Edwards, Jaylen Brown, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, and Nikola Jokic. Here's your all-rookie first team, Bronny James. 10 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Not bad. Didn't shoot the ball well, but a solid rookie year with the Toronto Raptors. Kyle Flipowski Donovan Klingon, Ron Holland, and Matt Buzelis on the all-rookie first team. Zion led the league in scoring for his second straight year, averaging 31 a game. Jokic led the league in rebounds with 12.7. Lonzo Ball led the league in assists with 11. And LeBron led the league in steals with 2.4. He could have won DPOY again. And then Embiid led the league in blocks with 2.4. Giannis was second with 2.2 blocks. So on to the NBA playoffs here. Memphis is the number 1 seed. They have DeJounte Murray now. So they made a trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it looks like they traded Klay, I think. Yeah, Klay's not on the team anymore. So they traded Klay Thompson for DeJounte Murray. Interesting. Okay, he's only an 83 overall. He's not going to get much better, but he's a really good defensive player, which I think is probably what they were looking for to pair alongside Lonzo Ball. MPJ obviously at the 3. They need a 4. I mean, Robert Williams is all right. But yeah, I mean, unless you want to put Jaden McDaniels at the 4, which they could do instead of Trey Lyles. But this is a really... And they have Steven Adams now. They have Malcolm Brogdon. Okay, so Steven Adams was in that trade with Minnesota as well. Interesting. So they're the 1 seed in the West. The LA Clippers are the number 4 seed in the West. Obviously, no Kevin Durant. The Utah Jazz with Victor Wembanyama, they are the 5 seed in the West. So we'll see what they can do here in the playoffs. The Denver Nuggets are the 3 seed with Jamal Murray, James Bouknight, Paul George, Bobby Portis, and Joel Embiid, who's actually healthy for like the first time ever. They play the Portland Trailblazers with Jaden Ivey, Devin Booker, Ron Holland, Jaren Jackson, and James Wiseman. Booker never really turned out. He kind of ended up not being a bust, but he didn't fulfill his full potential. And then the LA Lakers with the 2 seed. Colin Sexton, Tyrese Halliburton, Nikola Jovic, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Ayton. That's actually a pretty decent team. In the East, we've got the New York Knicks with John Morant, DeMar DeRozan, LeBron, Sabonis, and Bol Bol. Mikal Bridges, Kevin Love, DeLon Wright coming off the bench. That's a really good team. Milwaukee at the 4 with Aaron Fox, Jalen Brunson, Giannis, Julius Randle, Tristan Thompson. Pascal Siakam comes off the bench. He ended up not panning out in his career, but Jalen Brunson averaging 22 and 8. He's starting to look really, really good in Milwaukee. They play the 5 seed Indiana Pacers with Dennis Smith Jr., Anthony Edwards, 25-7-4 this year. TJ Warren, Aaron Gordon, and Mo Bamba with Davion Mitchell coming off the bench. And then the Philadelphia 76ers, the 3 seed with the MVP, Kyle Lowry, Malik Monk, Otto Porter, Zion, and Clint Capella. They play the 6 seed Detroit Pistons with Kemba Walker, RJ Hampton, Kevin Durant, Jalen Johnson, and Alex Len. And then the 2 seed Orlando Magic with Shea, Jaylen Brown, Shea averaging 21 and 9, Jaylen Brown averaging 18, 6 and 3. You got Markieff Morris and Cat on that team. In the play-in, we got Atlanta versus Washington. So Donovan Mitchell with Atlanta, Derrick Rose, Luka Samanik, Chris Dunn, Walker Kessler for Washington. Boston as the 9 seed with John Wall and Jalen McDaniels. And then with Toronto, Bronny James, the starter in Toronto with Bradley Beal, DeAndre Hunter, Scotty Barnes, and Yusuf Nurkic. In the West play-in, we got Minnesota versus Houston. Jrue Holiday, Klay Thompson, Matt Buzelis, Anthony Davis, and Precious Achiuwa. 8 and 4 for Buzelis this year. They play the Houston Rockets with Fultz, Hero, Luka. Luka he can't get them to the playoffs. And then Sacramento with Spencer Dinwiddie, Jason Tatum, DeAndre Jordan. They were not as good. Porzingis looks like he's hurt, so that could be the reason. And then they played Dallas with Trae Young, Brandon Ingram, and Zach Collins and Kel'el Ware. So on to the NBA playoffs. The Kings are eliminated. The Raptors are eliminated. Dallas is eliminated. Washington is eliminated. So Houston and Luka will play Nikola Jokic and Memphis. Minnesota will play the Lakers. Atlanta will play Orlando, and Boston will play the New York Knicks. So, on to round number 1 of the 2024-2025 NBA playoffs. The Pacers, Celtics, Timberwolves, Blazers, the Utah Jazz, the Atlanta Hawks, the Houston Rockets are all eliminated. So Victor Wembanyama gets eliminated in round 1. The LA Clippers are back into the second round, but with no Kevin Durant. And Durant was, I believe, eliminated. Who did Durant play for? I can't even remember now. Durant was in Detroit, and he got swept by the Philadelphia 76ers. So we got the LA Lakers versus the Denver Nuggets, the Knicks versus the Bucks, and the Orlando Magic versus the Philadelphia 76ers. So on to the conference finals we go. The Milwaukee Bucks get swept by LeBron and the New York Knicks. The Denver Nuggets are eliminated in 5. The 76ers and the MVP is eliminated in 6 to the Orlando Magic. And the LA Clippers are eliminated by Nikola Jokic and the Memphis Grizzlies. So now we head to the conference finals. The Memphis Grizzlies will take on the LA Lakers, and the New York Knicks will take on the young Orlando Magic with Shea, Jalen, and Cat. This is a pretty good conference finals. Will we get a repeat from a few years ago when the Grizzlies beat the Knicks in 2021? Or will we get a different matchup here? On to game number 1, it will go to the Lakers and the New York Knicks. Game number 2 will go, wow, the Lakers have taken a 2-0 series lead over the Memphis Grizzlies. The Knicks have taken a 2-0 series lead over the Orlando Magic. Oh, that's why DeJounte Murray and Michael Porter Jr. are both hurt for the Memphis Grizzlies. Yikes, that's unfortunate for the Grizzlies. They've dealt with a lot of injuries this past couple years, which is really hurting Jokic and the Grizzlies. On to game 3, though. Memphis does get a win. Orlando also gets a win. Game number 4, Memphis has tied up the series. Okay, the New York Knicks have taken a 3-1 series lead. I wonder if one of the injured guys came back for the Grizzlies. Okay, so Michael Porter, well, I don't know. Okay, so he might play in the next game, but I don't think he's been playing. Let's see, if I go to game by game, did he play in the last one? No, I don't think so. Oh, wait. 5. Oh, maybe he has been playing. I don't know. Looks like he played 5 to May 20. Yeah, so this is a game. So he did play. So he's back now. So maybe that's why. Game number 5 will go to the New York Knicks, and LeBron and the New York Knicks are back in the NBA Finals for a 3rd straight year. The Memphis Grizzlies have taken a 3-2 series lead. Michael Porter Jr. is back, and that's really helping out the Grizzlies, and they will eliminate the LA Lakers. They were down 0-2, and they just won 4 straight. Nikola Jokic averaging 39 and 7, 2 steals and 2 blocks, 53, 41, 87 splits. LeBron averaging 28, 9 and 10, 2 steals and 2 blocks, shooting 58, 52 and 90. Dude, LeBron is unstoppable at this. Like, this is ridiculous. We are on to the NBA Finals, where the Knicks are looking for a three-peat. LeBron James is looking for his 8th NBA championship. However, the last time these two teams met in the NBA Finals, the Grizzlies ended up winning the series in 7. Back in 2021, the Grizzlies went to 3 straight NBA Finals between 2020 and 2022, where they won the first 2, lost to Giannis and the Bucks in 5. So they are back in the NBA Finals after the Clippers made it to the Finals 2 straight years. So here is your starting 5s. Lonzo Ball, Alec Burks, Michael Porter Jr., and Trey Lyles with Nikola Jokic. And then the Knicks with Ja Morant, DeMar DeRozan, LeBron, Kevin Love, and Bol. Game number 1 of the 2025 NBA Finals. The Knicks do have home court advantage, and they are up big over the Memphis Grizzlies. And That will do it. It's a blowout in game 1, 147 to 121. Michael Porter is back, averaging or putting up 36 and 9. He did foul out though. Nikola Jokic 23, 9 and 13. Jaden McDaniels 18, 9 and 4. Trey Lyles with 17. Lonzo with 13, 8 and 16. LeBron with a massive triple-double, 32, 12 and 17. John Morant with 31. Bol with 24 and 8. Yeesh, this team is ridiculous. On to game number 2 once again in New York. And after one, the Grizzlies up by 1. At the half, they're up by 12. Wow, they're blowing out the Knicks this time. And the Memphis Grizzlies will win on the road. MPJ with 47 and 13. In this world, MPJ never broke his back. He's ridiculous. Unbelievable. Wow. In the playoffs, averaging 27 and 9. I'm Jaden with a great game too, 21, 7 and 6. Jokic has been kind of meh, but I mean 17, 11 and 14 will take it. LeBron with 29, 5 and 6 in the loss. On to game number 3, and after one, the Grizzlies up by 3 at the half. Though they're down by 3, they take the lead back in the third quarter, and now up by 17 in the fourth, and that will do it. The Grizzlies win game number 3, 109 to 98. Lonzo this time a really good game, 27, 5 and 11. Yoke with 26, 8 and 9. MPJ with 21 and 9. Kevin Love with 25 and 10. DeRozan with 20 and 7. LeBron a down game, 12, 6 and 9. The dude is 40. He's absolutely insane. Game number 4, once again in Memphis. The Knicks this time with a 5-point lead. The Grizzlies have taken the lead back, though. Back and forth we go, down to 3:40 to go. The Grizzlies with a big lead, and that will do it. 113 to 105. Jokic with 30, 10 and 7. Porter with 22, 10 and 3 with 4 steals and 2 blocks. Ja with 24 and 9. LeBron 17, 6 and 5. Did have 4 blocks and 2 steals, but he's not shooting well. And the Memphis Grizzlies have taken a 3-1 series lead. We head back to New York. The Knicks with a 4-point lead after 1. Now the Grizzlies have taken the lead. It's a close game. The Knicks down by 6, down to 3 minutes ago. It's a 5-point game. We're all tied up. Now the Knicks have taken a 1-point lead. Let's jump in. Here we go. John Morant with the ball, guarded by Lonzo. Ja driving right, gives it to Bol. Hook shot is up and good. Bol, what a shot. He gives the Knicks a 3-point lead. A minute and a half to go. Lonzo Ball will bring it up, guarded by John Morant. Lonzo, alley-oop to Jokic. No, he can't put it up and in. So LeBron on the left side here. Takes a 3. No, he missed it. Sabonis offensive rebound, puts it up and in. Over Nikola Jokic, a big offensive rebound by Domantas Sabonis. The Knicks now have a 5-point lead. Lonzo, why are we throwing alley-oops to Nikola Jokic? What is happening? My goodness, DeMar for 3, good. DeMar DeRozan with the 3, giving the Knicks an 8-point lead and a minute to go. The Knicks on a massive run. Lonzo over to Jokic in the post. Jokic guarded by Bol. He puts up the hook shot. That's up and good. Look, that's all we had to do. Just give him the ball. Why are we throwing alley-oops? 117 and 111. 45 seconds to go. Ja will slow it down. Guarded by Lonzo. Now he's doubled over LeBron. LeBron had Sabonis, didn't pass it. Gives it back to Ja. And Ja loses it. Lyles with the steal. Now to McDaniels. McDaniels, nice pass to Burks. Burks blows the layup. Oh, Lord. So John Morant will head to the free throw line. First is good. And the second is up and good. So 119 to 111 is the score. 28 seconds to go. Lonzo guarded by Ja will bring it up. Over to Lyles for 3. No good. DeMar will get the rebound. And that will do it. The New York Knicks will stay alive. John Morant had 32 and 9. DeMar with 23. LeBron another bad game. 18, 13 and 9. Jokic with a big game. 36, 7 and 7 in the loss. Lonzo with 8, 11 and 7. That's a weird stat line. Shot 3 of 11. So we head to game number 6. in Memphis, with the Grizzlies having a chance to win their third NBA championship. This would be huge for Nikola Jokic. He has 4 MVPs, 2 Finals MVPs, looking for his third Finals MVP. After one, the Grizzlies up by 7, up by 3 at the half, and now the Knicks have taken a 5-point lead. Down to 5:40, we got another close game here. Let's jump in at the, 1:42 to go. 131-130, the New York Knicks lead it. Let's look at the box score real quick. Jokic with 44, 5, and 6. Porter with 21, 7, and 4. Jaden with 19. Alonzo with 18, 6, and 20 assists. Porter has fouled out, though. Yikes. Okay. LeBron with 32, 9, and 11. He's having a really good game. And looks like the Knicks are getting special treatment with the fouls. That's terrific. Let's jump in to game number 6. LeBron James is at the free throw line. The first is up and good. And the second to give the Knicks a 3-point lead is good. 133-130 is the score. 1:40 to go. Lonzo will bring it up. Gets a screen from Burks. Gets it in the post to Jokic. Guarded by Bol. Jokic will kick it back out. Ball over to Burks. Gives it to McDaniels. Got to do something here. McDaniels gets a screen from Jokic. Guarded by LeBron. McDaniels, mid-range jumper is good. Jaden McDaniels, what a shot. So it's a 1-point game. Ja, guarded by Alonzo. Need a stop here if you're Memphis. Gets a screen. Ja guarded by Jokic now. Ja puts it up, and it's up and good. Big shot by Ja Morant over Nikola Jokic. So it's a 3-point game with a minute to go. Lonzo gets a screen from Burks over to Jokic. Jokic, turnaround jumper. Good! What a shot from Nikola Jokic! My goodness! It's a 1-point game still. Bol into the post to LeBron. Guarded by McDaniels. LeBron, hook shot. Good. LeBron, a big shot. Gives the Knicks a 3-point lead once again. So 42 seconds to go. You don't need to take a 3, although a 3 would be nice. Lyles will pass it in. He gets it to McDaniels. Back to Lyles. Over to Lonzo. Lonzo gets a screen from Burks. Over in the post to Jokic. Guarded by Bol. Jokic backing him down. Jokic trying to go up and under, and he's just, oh my. Bol with a snatch block. Ja Morant with the ball up by 3. About 4 or 5 seconds differential between game clock and shot clock. 8 seconds here on the shot clock. Ja over to DeRozan. Hands it off to LeBron for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Lyles, and the Grizzlies will call a timeout. 6 seconds to go. The Grizzlies will have a chance to tie it up. LeBron had a good look. Just didn't go in. So McDaniels will pass it in. The Grizzlies need a 3. Lonzo ball in the corner for 3. No good. Oh. Bol will head to the free throw line. The first is good. The second is no good. It doesn't matter. And that will do it. We have a game number 7 here in the 2025 NBA Finals. LeBron and the Knicks have forced a game 7 after being down 3-1. On to game number 7 we go. The Grizzlies with an early lead. They're up by 14 after 1. Up by 12 at the half. The Knicks trying to come back here, but the Memphis Grizzlies up by 15 here to start the 4th quarter. Now down to a minute and a half. They're up by 13, and the Knicks will not have enough. The Memphis Grizzlies are on the verge of winning another NBA title. 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. The Memphis Grizzlies have held on after being up 3-1, going to a game number 7, and the Memphis Grizzlies are NBA champions. Once again, a 3rd NBA title and a 3rd for Nikola Jokic. 4 MVPs, 3 finals wins. We'll see if he wins finals MVP. He should. And by the way, something to note, Nikola Jokic is the only player to beat LeBron James in the NBA Finals. He did it back in 2021 in 7, and he does it here in 2024, 2025 once again in 7 games. So Jokic climbing up the greatest of all time list. Right before this video, after the last one, I had him at number 9, breaking the top 10. One of the very few players with 4 MVPs and 2 titles. Now 4 MVPs and 3 titles for Nikola Jokic. And 3 finals MVPs. Nikola Jokic is your 2025 NBA Finals MVP, and I hope to God that I get to say that in a year in real life. Nikola Jokic averaging 38 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 blocks, shooting 60% from the field, 40% from 3, and 95% from the free throw line. So basically 60, 40, 90. Absolutely ridiculous from Nikola Jokic. By the way, he joins Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James as the only players in NBA history to win at least 4 MVPs and 3 finals MVPs. Now, he's the least amount of the 5. So Wilt with 6 MVPs and 4 finals MVPs. Jordan with 6 MVPs and 4 finals MVPs. Kobe with 6 MVPs and 4 finals MVPs. And LeBron, obviously, with 8 MVPs and 7 finals MVPs. So Nikola Jokic, man, he's put together an unbelievable career, and he's making an argument. Is he the greatest center of all time? He's making an argument. 3-time champ, 4-time MVP. That passes Shaq with 4. He had 3 MVPs. Shaq had 3 finals MVPs. So they're tied there. Obviously, Shaq had 7 titles. All NBA first team 8 times. Shaq 15 times. Wilt 10 times. 9-time All-Star. He's 30 years old. We'll see. I mean, I think he's probably the greatest offensive center of all time. But let me know in the comments below. Where do you guys have Nikola Jokic? On into retirements. No LeBron James yet. Goran Dragic, Brook Lopez, Ricky Rubio, Patty Mills, Greg Oden, Markieff Morris, Alec Burks, who retires as a champ, Michael Beasley, Draymond Green, Jeff Teague, Tyreek Evans, they all retire. On into the draft lottery. The Pelicans, Hornets, and Nets all have the best odds at the number 1 overall pick. Then the Bulls, Warriors, Heat, Cavs, Spurs, Raptors, and the Phoenix Suns. The Miami Heat do win the lottery. The Nets at 2, the Bulls at 3, the Spurs at 4, and the Pelicans at 5. On to the 2025 NBA draft. I'm going till the 2028 draft class. As for real life draft classes, obviously, you know, these future draft classes are completely up in the air. But with the number 1 overall pick, Jaleel Bethea goes number 1. I don't know any upcoming draft picks other than the kid going to Duke. I can't remember his name right now. I think we're going to see him here in this draft class. Ace Bailey goes number 2 to the Brooklyn Nets. Ian Jackson goes number 3 to Chicago. Cameron Maluk, I don't know, 7-2 out of Duke. He goes number 5. Cooper Flagg, that's the only guy I know of. He's going into New Orleans. At 6, Carter Bryant goes to Charlotte. At 7, the Golden State Warriors select Dylan Harper. I've heard of Dylan Harper. At 8, the Cleveland Cavaliers take Floyd Benunga. At 9, the Toronto Raptors take Nolan Traore out of France. And at 10, I'm not even attempting to say it. Guys, I don't know how to read. I can't pronounce names, man. VJ goes to Phoenix. And here's the rest. If you guys are interested, DJ Wagner goes to Portland. I have heard of him. Damian Sarr, is he a brother to Alex Sarr? Let me know in the comments below. I have no idea. Xavier Booker, I don't know. Scotty Middleton. I don't know who any of these guys are. I don't look at future mocks, but Cooper Flag probably should have been the #1 overall pick. The Pelicans get a big steal there. Free agency here in 2025, and we still have a few players that haven't signed. Campaign, Nick Batum, Josh Green, Jordan Poole, who's 26 years old, and I mean, he had one decent year with Boston, averaging 18 a game. Like, he's a solid player. I mean, looking at his percentages, per 36 looks decent. No one's really giving him a chance, though. So let's look at the sign here. Luka is headed to San Antonio. So he stays in Houston, or in Houston. He stays in Texas. So he must really like Texas. But he's headed to the San Antonio Spurs, who are building a pretty good-looking team. If we head to the Spurs here, they have obviously Luka, Kyrie Irving, so that's kind of cool. Jabari Smith, a really good young player, averaging 16 at 9 and 2 in year number 3, so he's improving. Zach LaVine, solid 20 points per game scorer. Marcus Smart, a good defender. You got Jakob Poeltl, Obi Toppin, so a solid team. Could be interesting in the West. Evan Mobley resigns with the Lakers. Jalen Green heads back to Cleveland. Cleveland's building a good young squad. Cade Cunningham returns to Utah. DeAndre Ayton returns to LA. Scotty Barnes returns to Toronto. Donovan Mitchell will stay in Atlanta. Mike Conley will head to Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox leaves Milwaukee. He heads to Indiana. So Indiana could be a legit threat in the East. Josh Giddey to Charlotte. John Wall to Philly. He leaves Boston. Lauri Markkanen to the Utah Jazz. So he teams up with Cunningham and Wemby. Sabonis returns to New York. Dennis Smith Jr. Returns to Indiana. But he's no longer going to be the starter. It will be De'Aaron Fox. So interesting there. Trae Young returns to Phoenix. Or no, he goes to Phoenix. Yeah, he was in Dallas. He heads to Phoenix. Jalen Suggs, he returns to Dallas. So an interesting offseason. We'll see what happens. Oh, the Spurs signed LaVine. Oh, wait, no, he was already on the team. Never mind. Kyle Lowry goes to Detroit, so he joins Kevin Durant. So we'll see what happens in the 2025-2026 season. The 2025 in-season tournament is here, and in the championship game, we got the 14-9 LA Clippers versus the 15-7 Indiana Pacers. So we've got De'Aaron Fox, Anthony Edwards, Cam Reddish, Aaron Gordon, and Mo Bamba. And then for the Clippers, Russell Westbrook, DJ Stewart, Danilo Gallinari, Tobias Harris, and Jackson Hayes. A bit more of a random in-season tournament championship game, but we'll see what happens here. Looking good for Indiana, but so far in this game, they are trailing, and they trail by 16, and they'll lose it. So a blowout in the in-season tournament. DJ Stewart with 30 and 12. He came over from Washington, and he's looking really good. 24-7-3 with the LA Clippers. Russ had 26-5-10 in the championship game. So the LA Clippers are the in-season champs. Nikola Jokic wins another MVP. He is just an MVP machine, man. 25, 12, and 9. 1.7 steals and blocks, shooting 50, almost shot 50, 40, 90. The dude is ridiculous. He's insane. That's his 5th MVP. He won 4 straight at one point, becoming either the 3rd or 4th player to ever do that. Now he's won 5 in 6 years. And now that is, I believe, 3rd most all time. LeBron's won at 8. Kobe, Jordan, and Wilt are all tied at 2 with 6. And then Jokic at 5. Mikan at 4. And then a bunch of guys tied up at 3. So Nikola Jokic joining a very elite group to go along with his 3 finals MVPs. Cooper Flag wins Rookie of the Year, 17, 8, and 2. 2 blocks and a steal per game. A really good rookie year for Cooper Flag in New Orleans. Miles Turner, 6th Man of the Year, 15 and 8 with the Portland Trailblazers. Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year, 22, 11, and wow, 7 assists. Pretty good. 2.7 blocks, 1.6 steals, shot nearly 50% from the field, 40% from 3. A pretty good year for Wemby. Would like to see that scoring go up a little bit more. So we'll see what happens later on. Azor Thompson, most improved, 15, 6, and 5. Brandon Miller is your clutch player of the year. Oh, wow. Brandon Miller with Cooper Flagg. That's a pretty fun duo. So 22-7-4 for Brandon Miller. He's 23 years old. And then Evan Butler, the coach in Memphis, he wins Coach of the Year. No longer Elvin Hayes. It's Evan Butler now, 62 wins this year. And Luis McGee is the Executive of the Year. The Knicks won 61 games. All NBA first team has Jokic, Giannis, KD, Victor Wembanyama, and Markelle Fultz in Houston, averaging 24, 6, and 10. Pretty good. Second team, LeBron. On the second team, only averaging 23 a game, 8 rebounds, nearly 10 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. His shooting percentages are awesome. He's 41 years old in year 23 and still playing great. Joel Embiid, 21, 12, and 4, 2 blocks per game. Jamal Murray, 22, 6, and 9. Zion on the second team, 26, 10, and 3. And then Jaden Ivey with Portland, 22, 4, and 9. All NBA third team got Evan Mobley, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, John Morant, Anthony Davis, and Cade Cunningham. All defense first team got Lonzo Ball, Jamal Murray. Okay. LeBron, Giannis, and Wemby. All defensive second team, you got Ant, averaging 23, 8, and 4 in Indy. Mikal Bridges with New York, averaging 14, 5, 2 steals and or 2 assists and a steal. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and Joel Embiid. All rookie first team, obviously Cooper Flagg. Got Dylan Harper, who's injured now, but 16, 5, and 6. Pretty good rookie year. And let's see, any other players that I recognize? Ace Bailey, 11 and 5 per game. Jason Tatum led the league in scoring, averaging 28 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Evan Mobley led the league in rebounds with 12.6, and Lonzo Ball led the league in assists with 10. LeBron right behind him. Lonzo led the league in steals, and Wemby led the league in blocks per game. So on to the playoffs. Memphis is once again the 1 seed, but the Utah Jazz, the number 2 seed in the West, with Kira Lewis Jr., Cade Cunningham, Cody Williams. How's Cody doing? 9 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Probably just a really good defender. Need that shooting percentage to go up, but he's solid. Lauri Markkanen, the newest addition, right? He left Detroit, averaging 16 and 7. Not bad. Good shooting splits. Jeremy Sohan, averaging 9, 5, and 2 off the bench. You got Jalen Smith, Jacoby Walter, and Wendell Moore Jr. for the Utah Jazz. The Lakers and Nuggets are the 4 5. The Lakers still with Tyrese Halliburton, Evan Mobley, DeAndre Ayton. Tyrese averaging 17, 9, and 5. Still got Denver with Paul George at 34 years old, averaging 18, 5, and 5. They also have Miles Bridges coming off the bench. Interesting. And PJ Washington. Portland, the 3 seed with Jaden Ivey, Devin Booker, Ron Holland, Jaren Jackson, and James Wiseman. How's Wiseman doing? 20 and 12. What people thought he was going to be in real life. The Knicks are once again the number 1 seed. Mikal Bridges is starting. LeBron at the 3, Sabonis at the 4, and Bol at the 5. DeMar DeRozan coming off the bench now with Kevin Love and Cody Zeller. Orlando versus Detroit. And then we got Indy versus the Toronto Raptors. Where's Bronny? Is Bronny still on Toronto? Or is he just hurt or something? Yeah, it looks like he's hurt. Oh, he didn't play at all. He's only a 73 overall, so not sure what's going on there. John Wall, Malik Monk, Duarte, Zion, and Clint Capella, the starting 5 for the Philadelphia 76ers. Into the plan, though, you got the Clippers versus Sacramento. The Spurs versus the Pelicans. I don't see... Oh, wait, the Spurs. Wow. So, Kyrie, Levine, Luka. Dude, Luka. What's happening, man? Man, this is really weird. I'm really surprised. Wow, Milwaukee stunk, too. They did lose De'Aaron Fox, so that was a big deal. Giannis averaging 23, 11, and 7. But Luka, not as good as I thought he would be, which is kind of disappointing. The Pelicans are eliminated with Cooper Flagg and that young, pretty good team. But honestly, it might be better that they got eliminated. They get a solid draft pick. Atlanta, San Antonio, Milwaukee are all eliminated. So no Luka in the playoffs again, which is really disappointing. But Sacramento is the 8th seed with Tatum, Porzingis, and DeAndre Jordan. And then the Clippers, the 7th seed, will play the Utah Jazz. Brooklyn will play the New York Knicks with D'Lo, Romeo Langford, Ace Bailey, Paolo Banchero averaging 28 and 5. And then Azubuike, Scoot, and Henderson on that team as well, averaging 13, 3, and 3. And then Cleveland, the 7th seed, will play Philly. They have LaMelo on that team as well as Jarris Walker and Jalen Green. Jalen Green putting up 21, 4, and 4. LaMelo 21, 6, and 8. So on to the first round of the playoffs. The Toronto Raptors, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Brooklyn Nets, the Denver Nuggets, the LA Clippers, Detroit Pistons, the Phoenix Suns, and the Sacramento Kings are all eliminated. So all of the top seeds advance into round number 2. On to the conference finals. The LA Lakers, the Indiana Pacers, the Portland Trail Blazers, and the Orlando Magic are all eliminated. The top 2 seeds in both conferences advance to the conference finals. We got the defending NBA champions, Lonzo Ball, Kevin McCullough, Michael Porter, Jaden McDaniels, and Nikola Jokic. DeJounte Murray is coming off the bench. Interesting. He's not starting. Huh. Okay. Do they have any injuries? I don't think so. Okay. Huh. Interesting. And then the Utah Jazz with Kyra Lewis, Kate Cunningham, Cody Williams, Lauri Markkanen, and Victor Wembanyama averaging 29, 12, and 6 in the playoffs. That's what I'm talking about. I was waiting for his numbers to kind of explode there, and we might be seeing it in the playoffs. Wemby versus Jokic in the conference finals, and then we got the New York Knicks. 41-year-old LeBron James. He's still a 99. It's unbelievable. And they'll play the Sixers with John Wall and Zion. Zion last year's MVP, this year in the playoffs, 34, 11, and 4. Shooting 67% from the field. He's having a great year. So Zion versus LeBron, Jokic versus Wemby. This is fun. Game number 1 goes to Jokic and Zion. Game number 2 will go to the Memphis Grizzlies. They take a 2-0 series lead. LeBron and the Knicks tie up the series with Philly. Utah gets a game. Philly takes a 2-1 series lead. Utah ties up the series. Philly is up 3-1 over the New York Knicks. Game number 5 goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. Zion Williamson is on to his first NBA Finals appearance. And Wemby and the Utah Jazz have taken a 3-2 series lead. Wow. Let's jump into the Simcast actually for this game because I'm really curious. I'm really hoping we can watch Wemby versus Jokic at some point here. So let's see if we can get a close game. But after 1, the Jazz up by 1. They can win the series here. They're up by 7 at the half. But here come the Grizzlies. A big third quarter. And now we're going back and forth. We're going to get a close game. Let's jump in. Let's watch Jokic versus Wemby. Wemby has it against Jokic. And Wemby right to the rim. And puts it up and in. Victor Wembanyama. My goodness. So Lonzo will bring it up. The Grizzlies up by 2, trying to stay alive and force a game 7. Into the post to Jokic, guarded by Wembanyama. Jokic, step back. No, he missed it. Gets the offensive rebound. Puts it up and in. Oh, that pump fake got Wemby up in the air. Jokic with an easy bucket there. And he gives the Grizzlies a 4-point lead. Wembanyama has it, guarded by Jokic. Behind the three-point line. Wemby, mid-range jumper, got fouled and won. What a shot from Victor Wembanyama. Are you kidding me? What a shot. So Wemby at the free throw line, and he hits the first. My goodness, what a shot. Lonzo Ball will bring it up. 1:10 to go. Ball into the... No, it's stolen by Wembanyama. Here goes Wemby. Pass up bad to Markkanen. Markkanen will drive, put it up, and no good. Tough shot. Great defense by DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray pushing it up court. And Murray guarded by Cunningham. They'll swing it. Lonzo will get it into the post to Jokic. Jokic against Wemby. Jokic spins right, puts it up. Oh, what a move by Nikola Jokic. Victor Wembanyama can't stop the MVP. The Grizzlies with a 3-point lead, 40 seconds to go. Wemby driving left. Wemby slams it home. It's back to a 1-point game. It's Jokic and Wemby back and forth. Lonzo with it. 30 seconds to go. He wants it to the post here to Jokic, and he can't get it there. DeJounte will have it. DeJounte guarded by Cunningham. Over to McDaniels. McDaniels will get a screen from Jokic. McDaniels will take the three. Good! Jaden McDaniels hits the three and gives the Grizzlies a 4-point lead with 15.6 seconds to go. Wow. So Cody Williams will pass it in for Utah. And he'll get it to Wemby. Wemby will put up a three. No good. MPJ with the rebound. And they'll go ahead and foul with 10 seconds to go. And that should do it. The Memphis Grizzlies come into Utah and win Game 6 on the road. The second free throw by MPJ is good. And it's a 6-point lead. Lewis will bring it up over to Williams for three. It is good. So that cuts the lead to 3. It's not over. Although, let's say the win percentage for Utah is about 2%. Because they need Lonzo Ball to miss both free throws here. And they don't have a timeout. It's probably like a 0.5% chance. Now it's a 0% chance. That'll do it. We'll have a Game 7 headed back to Memphis. MPJ with the big game. He had 36 triple-doubles for DeJounte Murray and Nikola Jokic. Wembanyama had 41 in this game. It was not enough. Only had 7 rebounds. Memphis just dominated the glass. So we'll have a Game 7 in Memphis, and the Grizzlies lead it early on up by 5 after 1. At the half, they lead it by 12. The Jazz cut the lead, and now it's just a 2-point game. Down to 37 seconds to go. It won't matter. The Memphis Grizzlies are going back to the NBA Finals. Nikola Jokic with 26, 13, and 11. 2 steals and 2 blocks per game. And Nikola Jokic is headed to his 5th NBA Finals appearance. Very impressive. Zion, the Eastern Conference Finals MVP with 35, 11, and 4. But we did get a quick glimpse of what Victor Wembanyama could be. He only played, he only had 7 points. So a really bad Game 7 for Wemby. You got to have a deep playoff run where you lose as a young player, to learn how to win. And what better player to learn that from than Nikola Jokic for Wemby? But, he's just got to play better in Game 7. He's going to be back. This dude in the playoffs averaged 26, 12, and 7. He's going to be back. He's only 22. I'm really excited to see what he turns into. But we head to the 2026 NBA Finals. John Wall, Malik Monk, Otto Porter, Zion Williamson, Clint Capella. So you're starting 5 for the 76ers. For the Grizzlies, you got Lonzo, DeJounte, MPJ, Jaden McDaniels, and Nikola Jokic. So here we go. Game number 1 of the 2026 NBA Finals. And after 1, the Grizzlies, a really low score in first quarter. But the Grizzlies are controlling this game, and it's going to be a blowout. 109-74. MPJ had 30, 18-7 and 18-17, and 9 for Jokic, 5 steals and 2 blocks. MPJ has really been the scorer on this team. I mean, averaging 28 and 9, shooting 50, 40, 90. He has shot 50, 40, 90, by the way, since every year of his career since 21-22. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight, or no, I guess 5 straight years shooting 50, 40, 90 here in the playoffs. He's been awesome. Lonzo with 21, 7, and 10 as well. Zion struggled, and he is a little banged up. but he only had 12 points and 8 rebounds. Şengün is on this team. Oh, I didn't know that. All right, Baby Jokic, although he doesn't really play like Baby Jokic in this sim. So on to game number 2 once again in Memphis, and the Grizzlies lead it by 2 after 1. Lead it by, what is that, 9 at the half, and now they're in control here in the fourth quarter. And they'll do it. They'll win game 2, 113-97. Jokic with 32, 7, and 6. MPJ with 20 and 10. Zion with 26 and 15 in the loss. Game number 3, we head to Philly. The Sixers up by 6 after 1. Up by 11 at the half. And the Sixers will blow out the Grizzlies in game 3. 113-96. MPJ with 25 and 12. Jokic with 24, 18, and 7. Zion, a really good game, 29 and 13. Super efficient as well. John Wall with 22 and 6. He needs to play better. Only averaging 18 in the playoffs. He needs to be better if this team wants to win an NBA title. On to game number 4, once again in Philly. The Sixers up by 9 after 1. However, the Grizzlies take the lead at one point. Now they're down by 9 and down by 10 into the fourth quarter. Down to 2 minutes, 1 minute. It's a 20-point game. The Sixers tie up the series. 127-106 is the final score. MPJ with 39 in the loss. Jokic with 25, 6, and 5. Zion with 43 and 16 in the win. Wow. Game number 5 in Memphis, and it's the Sixers with a 7-point lead after 1, a 2-point lead at the half, and now into the fourth quarter. We've got a close game here. The Grizzlies take the lead, and down to a minute 24, the Grizzlies up by 5, and now we're all tied up. 54 seconds to go, all tied up at 107. Jokic with 31, 13, and 10. He does have 4 fouls. Lyles is having a good game with 18. Zion with 33 and 11. John Wall with 23 and 6. So let's jump in. Trey Lyles will pass it in, and he will get it to Lonzo. Lonzo guarded by John Wall. Gets a screen. Gets it in the post to Jokic. Guarded by Şengün. Jokic driving right. Puts it up. Good, and 1. Nikola Jokic gives the Grizzlies a 2-point lead. Go right at Şengün. Jokic at the free throw line. He hits the first, the only free throw. He completes the 3-point play. 110-107 is the score. 45 seconds to go. John Wall will bring it up. Wall guarded by Lonzo. Will give it to Monk. Back to Wall. John Wall driving and loses the ball. Jokic with the steal. Jokic leading the break. And he'll slow it down. Jokic will take the 3. No, he missed it. Lyles with the offensive rebound. And he gets fouled. So Lyles will head to the free throw line. The first is good. And the second from Trey Lyles is also good. 20 points for Trey Lyles in this game. And the Grizzlies lead at 112-107. 27 seconds to go. Capella will pass it in. And he will get it to Porter. Otto Porter will get a screen here from Zion. And Porter will take the 3. It's good. Otto Porter. What a shot. So it's back to being a 2-point game. Philly will have to foul here. They need Lonzo to miss a free throw. They don't have any more timeouts either. Lonzo Ball will hit the first. The second is no good. That's the break they needed. Zion with it will give it to Wall. 13 seconds to go. Over to Zion for 3. No, he missed it. Jokic with the rebound. He'll get it to DeJounte Murray with 7 seconds to go. Murray will hit the first. And DeJounte Murray will hit the second. So it's a 5-point lead for the Memphis Grizzlies. And that will do it. We will head to Game 6 with the Memphis Grizzlies up 3-2 and 1 game away from winning back-to-back NBA championships. On to Game 6 in Philly. And after one, the Sixers up by 5. At the half, they're still up by 5. And now the Grizzlies, a big fourth quarter here. The Sixers and Grizzlies now Still 1-point game. Okay, Memphis up by 3. A minute 17 to go. Memphis still up by 3. All right, let's jump into this one. The Grizzlies up 121 to 118. Yoke with 29, 10, and 8. Porter with 26. No one has fouled out for Memphis or the Sixers. Zion with 27 and 10. All right, let's jump in to game number 6. Oh, my goodness. MPJ just threw the ball away. And now the 3 is no good by Monk. Wow, that could have been a disaster. No Nikola Jokic in this one. Lyles, though, will lay it up and in. What a pass. Was that pass from Lonzo? Or was it DeJounte with that pass? I think it was Lonzo. But Trey Lyles gives the Grizzlies a 5-point lead. John Wall guarded by Lonzo. Will take the mid-range jumper. That's no good. Lyles with the rebound. And now DeJounte Murray with the ball. Guarded by Malik Monk. Jokic set to check in here, and the Sixers will foul Lyles. So Lyles will actually head to the free throw line. He'll miss the first, and now Jokic back into the game. And the second free throw by Lyles is up and good. So a 6-point lead for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Sixers really need to get a bucket here. Probably a 3. But they have to score. If they don't score, this one's over. Şengün will pass it in. He gives it to John Wall. Wall driving, puts it up. No good. DeJounte with the rebound, and that should do it. DeJounte, coast to coast, and he will get fouled. Finally, by Zion. So DeJounte Murray will hit the first free throw. And the second is good. So an 8-point lead for the Memphis Grizzlies. John Wall will bring it up with 30 seconds to go. They got to hit a 3 now. John Wall, guarded by Lonzo, gives it to Porter. Porter for 3. It's good. It's down to a 5-point lead now. Lyles will pass it in. He gives it to DeJounte. So DeJounte Murray will head to the free throw line. And Murray's first free throw is good. The second is good as well. The Sixers they have to take 3s at this point. They have to chuck a 3, see if it hits. And then you need Memphis to start missing some free throws. Şengün will pass it in. And he'll get it to Porter. Over to John Wall. Corner 3 is no good. And that will do it. The Memphis Grizzlies are going to go back to back. 10 seconds to go. The Grizzlies won back-to-back NBA titles in 2020 and 2021. They lost in 2022. They won last year in 2025 and now are back-to-back champions once again. The Memphis Grizzlies have won their 4th NBA title in 7 years. And Nikola Jokic, who won MVP this season, won his 5th regular season MVP, now wins his 4th NBA title and more than likely his 4th NBA Finals MVP. 5 MVPs and 4 NBA championships. That's only been done by Wilt Chamberlain, by Magic Johnson, by Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. That's the list who've won 5 regular season MVPs and 4 NBA titles and finals MVPs. Wow. Wow. Nikola Jokic is your 2026 and 25, I guess. 2026 NBA Finals MVP. Where do you guys have him in the all-time list? I'm honestly shocked that he's dominating like this. This is awesome. I love it. As a Nuggets fan and as someone who loves to watch Nikola Jokic play basketball, the dude is incredible. And in this game, he had 29, 10, and 8, 2 steals and 3 blocks. Was 1 of 7 from 3. Not great there. Michael Porter, though, like sneaky, like this dude is unbelievable. Like, he's been awesome. Like, he's basically what he could have been in real life without the back injury, right? He's only been a one-time All-Star, and that was a few years ago. But he's a 3-time champion. And Michael Porter Jr., the second best player on this team. He's been awesome. What a run for the Grizzlies. 27, 12, and 7. 2 steals and 2 blocks for Yoke, shooting 50, 40, 90. Is your finals MVP as the Grizzlies beat the Sixers in 6 games. So we head to the offseason. Kyle Lowry, Mike Conley, Gallinari, Kevin Love, Serge Ibaka, Eric Gordon, Nicholas Batum, Blake Griffin, Jimmy Butler, Klay Thompson retires, Avery Bradley, DeLon Wright, a lot of retirements. Still no LeBron, which is kind of crazy that he still has not retired. That's absolutely insane. On to the 2026 NBA Draft Lottery. And the Boston Celtics have Dallas's pick and their own at 6. And OKC's pick at 12. Wow, Boston has a lot of picks here in the top 14. The Warriors, Celtics, and Hornets all with the best chance of getting the number 1 overall pick. But it will go to the Charlotte Hornets, who will win the draft lottery. Miami at 2, Boston at 3, Warriors at 4, Rockets at 5, Celtics, Bulls, Timberwolves, Wizards, and Hawks round out your top 10. On to the 2026 NBA draft, and I don't know anybody who's in this draft, so yeah. AJ DeBensta, he's the number 1 overall pick out of USC. He's a 6'9" forward. With the 2nd overall pick, Koa Pete, 6'10" power forward out of Arizona, goes to Miami. The Boston Celtics at 3 take... Oh, I know who Cameron Boozer is. Isn't that Carlos Boozer's son? He's 6'11". Wow. All right, with the 4th overall pick, the Golden State Warriors take Caleb Wilson, 6'11", out of Alabama. At 5, the Houston Rockets take Bryson Tiller, 6'10", out of Alabama. Bama had a good team. Jasper Johnson, 6'5" guard, heads to Boston. The Bulls at 7 take Caden Boozer. Oh, wait. So does Carlos Boozer have 2 kids? Or is just one of them not Boozer's kid? I don't know. But Caden Boozer to Chicago. Minnesota will take Darren Peterson, 6'5", out of Ohio State. Washington will take Caden Malik, 7'3", out of Sudan. Wow, 7'3". And at 10, Atlanta will trade their pick for Killian Hayes. And they're trading away Fred VanVleet and their 1st-round pick. Interesting. And they will take Jalen Harrelson. Or Dallas will take Jalen Harrelson. On to free agency, and Kyrie will return to San Antonio. Jaren Jackson returns to Portland. Lonzo Ball leaves the Grizzlies. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, he's 28, 12, 6, and 10, and 2 steals last year. Didn't shoot great last year, but he heads to the LA Clippers. So a big loss there for the Memphis Grizzlies. Paolo Banchero returns to the Nets. Chet Holmgren returns to Phoenix. Porzingis goes to Detroit, leaves Sacramento. Jalen Brunson returns to Milwaukee. Jaden Ivey goes to Washington. Derrick Rose is still around, putting up really good numbers too. But he's in Charlotte now. Jabari Smith goes to Sacramento, so he leaves the Spurs. Interesting. Russell Westbrook goes to the Memphis Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies, they lost Lonzo, but they get Russell Westbrook. Interesting. About the same shooter, better scorer. So we'll see. I don't know if that's the greatest fit, but all right. Sohan actually goes to the Kings. He leaves the Utah Jazz. The Grizzlies also re-signed DeJounte Murray, and they signed James Harden. So James Harden and Russell Westbrook are teaming up in Memphis. They really want to win. They're like, nah, dude, we're not going out like this. Devin Booker goes to Utah. That's a pretty good pickup for the Utah Jazz. Bol Bol returns to New York. Interesting. Zeke Naji goes to New York as well. Jaden McDaniels stays in Memphis. All right, we'll see what happens. The 2026 in-season tournament has the New York Knicks and the Utah Jazz. Interesting. We'll take a look at the starting five. Freddie Dillon, no idea who that is. Mikal Bridges, LeBron James, Domantas Sabonis, and Bol Bol is your starting five for the New York Knicks. Cade Cunningham, Devin Booker, Cody Williams, Lauri Markkanen, and Victor Wembanyama is the starting five for the Utah Jazz. So can Victor Wembanyama win his first in-season tournament game? The Knicks, though, up by 13 after one. The Jazz right back in it, though. And now the Knicks with a 6-point lead. Down to a minute and a half. The New York Knicks and LeBron James will be the in-season tournament champions. Wemby at 24, 15, and 8. Cunningham with 22 and 8. LeBron at 48 and 6. Dude, you are 41 years old. You're averaging 25, 7, and 10. What is happening? Like, he's broken the points record at this point. Like, he just keeps playing. 47,000. Oh my God, dude. He holds every record. He holds the record for blocks, steals, assists, and points. Rebounds, right now he's at 15,000. So that would put him at, he's still outside the top 15 in rebounds. Dude's ridiculous. Victor Wembanyama wins his first MVP at 23 years old. 24, 13, and 8. 2 steals, 2 blocks, shooting 50, 40, 90. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. Cameron Boozer wins Rookie of the Year, 16, 7, and 4 with the Boston Celtics. Alperen Sengun wins Sixth Man of the Year, 12, 8, and 4. Wemby wins a DPOY, no surprise there. Trey Mann, Most Improved, averaging 24 and 5. Jaden Ivey is your Clutch Player of the Year, 24, 5, and 8. Rashid Sanders, the head coach of the Utah Jazz, is the Coach of the Year. And Louis McGee is the Executive of the Year, again. Both teams won 65 games. All NBA first team is Yoke, Wemby, Zion, LeBron, and Luka. Luka with the Spurs averaging 23, 10, and 9. LeBron 23, 7, and 10. Zion averaging 30 and 11. Wemby 24, 13, and 8. And Yoke averaging 26, 14, and 10. The third time in his career that he has averaged a triple-double. Not bad. All NBA second team has Giannis, LaMelo, KD, Anthony Davis, and Markelle Fultz. All NBA third team has Jamal Murray. By the way, shout out to Jamal. Just signed a 4-year, $200 million deal. So congrats to Jamal Murray. That is pretty cool. Jabari Smith Jr., John Morant, Jaden Ivey, and D'Angelo Russell, all NBA third team. All defensive first team, Alonzo Ball, Anthony Edwards, LeBron, Giannis, and Wemby. All defensive second team is Markelle Fultz, Jamal Murray, Evan Mobley, KD, and Nikola Jokic. Here's your all-rookie first team with Cameron Boozer. But the other Boozer, they're brothers. I went and looked. They're brothers. Kind of interesting that they're in the same class. I don't know if that will actually happen, but Koa Pete, 14 and 7 and 2. And then let's see, DeBansta, 16 and 5. Caleb Wilson, 13 and 7, and Noel, 11 and 3 and 5. Zion led the league in scoring once again. Jokic led the league in rebounds with 14. Lonzo led the league in assists with 11.7, but this time with the Clippers. LaMelo Ball, his brother, was third. Jokic averaging 10 assists. LeBron led the league in steals. Mobley actually led the league in blocks. He's injured, though. Wemby was second in blocks. So we'll advance through the play-in. The Clippers, the Rockets, the Lakers, and the Suns, and then are the West playing teams. And then here's your East playing teams: Cleveland, Boston, Washington, and Detroit. So we'll go ahead and simulate the plan. Houston, Washington, LA, and Detroit are all eliminated. So we've got Utah versus Phoenix with Trae Young, Kuminga, and Chet Holmgren. Got New Orleans versus Denver, Brandon Miller and Cooper Flag. And then we got Memphis versus Portland. Memphis was only the 3 seed, adding James Harden and Russell Westbrook, obviously losing Lonzo Ball. They play Portland, who has Kemba Walker, Andre Stojakovic. Does he have any relation to... no, he's probably just a random player. He was a second-round pick. Ron Holland, Jaren Jackson, James Wiseman. And then you got Sacramento with Tatum, Jabari Smith, Jeremy Sohan, Anthony Black. They're the 2 seed, and they'll play the LA Lakers. The Knicks will play the Boston Celtics. And then Toronto will play Milwaukee. Is Bronny playing? No. Bronny he's not even on the team. I don't know what happened to Bronny James. I don't care. Milwaukee. I don't care anymore. Whatever. I'm over. Jalen Brunson, Chris Middleton, Giannis, the stars there in Milwaukee. We got Orlando versus Philly. And then we've got Indy, who has De'Aaron Fox, 19, 3, and 9. Ant, averaging 24, 7, and 4. They'll play the 7-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers with LaMelo Ball and Jalen Green. On to round number 2. The Boston Celtics, the Phoenix Suns, the 76ers, the Raptors, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Indiana Pacers, the LA Lakers, and the Denver Nuggets are all eliminated. The 7-seeded Cavs upset the number 2 seed Pacers. Milwaukee gets by Toronto. And then a big upset in the West. The defending champs have been eliminated in 6 to the Portland Trailblazers. Wow. All right. So no 3-peat for the Memphis Grizzlies, unfortunately. So we'll head to the conference finals. Is this Wemby's year? Portland gets eliminated. Orlando's gone. New Orleans is gone. Milwaukee is gone. We've got Utah versus Sacramento. Cade Cunningham, Devin Booker, Drake Powell, Lauri Markkanen, and Victor Wembanyama. Wemby in the playoffs averaging 32, 13, and 9, 3 blocks per game. He is on a ridiculous run. We got LeBron versus his former team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he won, 4 championships? Yeah, he won 4 championships with the Cavs. LaMelo, Jalen Green. How is Jalen doing? 25 a game, not bad. You got Jalen Williams as well. Jarris Walker, Day'Ron Sharpe. So, game number 1 will go to Sacramento and Cleveland. Kind of a wild start there. Game number 2 will go to Utah and New York. Game number 3, Sacramento and Cleveland both take a 2-1 series lead. What the heck? Game number 4 will go to Utah and New York. So we're all tied up at 2 in both series. On to game number 5. The Utah Jazz and the New York Knicks will win game 5. And the Sacramento Kings lose in 6. Victor Wembanyama is headed to his first NBA Finals. But we have a game 7 between LeBron and the Knicks versus his former team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. We'll jump in the Simcast here. Can LeBron get to another NBA Finals? They're up big at the half, and now it's just a 1-point game, a big fourth quarter by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And down to 43 seconds, 29 seconds, we're all tied up. All right, let's jump into this one. The Knicks with the ball, all tied up at 111. Here's John Morant. Can LeBron get to his 10th NBA Finals? Ja guarded by LaMelo Ball in the post to Bol. They do have a mismatch here. Don't take that shot. All right, Bol into the post, and he kicks it to Ja. John Morant will give it to LeBron. LeBron with 2 on the clock. Gives it to Bol, puts it up. Good! That's a big shot by Bol. Like I said, they have a size advantage there. And a good job by LeBron getting it to that mismatch. The Knicks up by 2. 6 seconds to go. Sharpe will get it into LaMelo. 4 on the clock. 3, 2, LaMelo. Step back for 3. No good! And the New York Knicks are headed back to the NBA Finals. LeBron James will head to his 10th NBA Finals. 1 with the New Jersey Nets, 4 with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and now his 5th with the New York Knicks. He is so far 2-2 in the NBA Finals with the New York Knicks. Obviously, the 2 losses coming to Nikola Jokic and the Memphis Grizzlies. The 2 wins coming against the LA Clippers and Kevin Durant. So we have the 2027 NBA Finals. The Utah Jazz versus the New York Knicks. LeBron James has played in the finals against Vince Carter and now Victor Wembanyama. kind of insane to think about. Cade Cunningham, Jacoby Walter, Drake Powell, Lauri Markkanen, and Victor Wembanyama. And with the Knicks, you got John Morant, Mikal Bridges, LeBron James, Domantas Sabonis, and Bol Bol. So let's head to the 2027 NBA Finals. Game number 1. And the Knicks lead it by 17 after the first, but a big second quarter from the Utah Jazz. And now, going into the fourth quarter, the Knicks with a small lead here, up by 10. And down to a minute to go. Yeah, it's a 9-point game. That'll do it. The New York Knicks take game 1, 122-110. LeBron with 30 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. John Morant with 26 and 10. Mikal with 18. Bol Bol with 18. Wemby, pretty quiet. 4 of 17 from the field as well. Not great there. 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists. So we head to game number 2. And the Knicks up by 13 after 1. Up by 15 at the half. Up by 20 going into the fourth. And that'll do it. 132-103. Bol Bol, 27 and 18. What the hell? LeBron with 21, 8, and 5. Wemby, an okay game, but still, he's not shooting well. Cade Cunningham with 27, 4, and 7 in the loss. So we head to Utah with the Knicks looking to take a 3-0 series lead. They're up by 4 after 1, down by, 6 at the half. Down by 3 going into the fourth. And now a minute and 16 to go. The Utah Jazz pull away late in the fourth, 129-112. Ja with 22 and 9, LeBron with 27 and 9, Cade Cunningham with 32, 6 and 7, but Victor Wembanyama, there we go. That's more like it. No blocks, weird, but 28 points, 15 rebounds, 11 assists, shot 12 of 14. He missed 2 shots. That's the Wembanyama we've been waiting for here in the NBA Finals. On to game number 4, and the Knicks lead it by 9 after 1, by 11 at the half. This is going to be another blowout. The New York Knicks have taken a 3-1 series lead over the Utah Jazz, 136-115. Ja had 33 and 15. LeBron had 32, 9, and 10. Sabonis with 19 and 12. Wemby with 24, 9, and 10. 5 blocks, but again, didn't shoot that well for being 7'4". Cunningham with 19 and 12. And the Knicks have taken a 3-1 series lead. Can LeBron win his 8th NBA championship? We head to game number 5. The Jazz with a big lead, though, going into the half. And the Knicks with a big third quarter. They've cut the lead now to 5. Down to, let's see here, 3 minutes, down to 41 seconds. It's a 15-point lead for the Utah Jazz, and they will stay alive. 130-114. Ja had 39. Wemby with 29, 9, and 12. 5 blocks in game number 5, and they force a game number 6 headed back to Utah. Can Wemby and the Jazz come back down 3-1? The Knicks, though, with an early lead here. The Jazz are going to need a big third quarter, and they get it. Into the fourth quarter, they have a lead now. The Knicks have now taken the lead. Down to a minute 51. The Jazz up by 2. Let's jump in. Bol Bol is at the free throw line, and he hits the first. So he can tie it up here with this second free throw, and it's good. Wow, he got fouled on a 3. So for the lead, Bol Bol hits it. A 1-point lead for the New York Knicks. A minute 52. Wemby's going to bring the ball up. Guarded by Bol Bol. A minute 45 to go. Wemby. Wow, I mean, look at these dribbling moves. Drives right, puts it up, no good. And Bol Bol with the rebound. Honestly, I think this was the perfect matchup against Wemby, right? You got Bol Bol, who's 7'3", 7'4", just like him. LeBron open 3, that's no good. Markkanen with the rebound. The Jazz down by 1 here. They give it to Lewis. Lewis guarded by Sabonis. They get it to Cunningham. Cunningham driving right, gives it to Wemby. Wemby up and under, puts it up and in. The Jazz up by 119 to 118. LeBron James will bring it up. LeBron driving right, going to the rim, puts it up. Good. LeBron James. He's like 80 years old. Someone stop him. The Knicks up by 1. Wemby with it, guarded by Bol. Wembanyama driving left. Wemby gets fouled. Bol with his 4th personal foul. And Victor Wembanyama to the free throw line. He hits the first. And the second for the lead is good. 53 seconds to go. Now the Knicks are down by 1. LeBron will bring it up. LeBron, now with 45 seconds, gets a screen from Bol. LeBron, open 3. It is no good. Wemby with the rebound. The Jazz up by 1. 34 seconds to go. They're going to slow it down here. Gives it to Cunningham. Cunningham guarded by Sabonis. Kicks it out to Powell. Now 6 on the shot clock. Powell with 4 on the shot clock. He's going to have to do something. Gives it to Wemby. Wemby to the rim. Guarded by LeBron. Puts it up and in. A 3-point lead for the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are trying to come back from a 3-1 deficit here in the NBA Finals. Bol will pass it in. Knicks down by 3. Mikal Bridges guarded by Cunningham. Bridges, mid-range jumper. Good. Now the Knicks will have to foul. They're down by 1 here. And it'll be Lewis to the free throw line. Big free throws here for Lewis. The first is good. The second from Lewis Jr. is good. So a 3-point lead for the Jazz once again. Ja will bring it up. 6 seconds. 5, 4. Gives it to Bol over to LeBron. LeBron for 3. Good! LeBron James hits the 3 with 1 second to go. And we're all tied up at 125. This dude is just ridiculous. He won't just be bad. Oh my God. It's 125 to 125. 1 second to go. Cunningham has to put it up. Oh, it's no good. I thought that was good. Oh my God, we're going to overtime here in Game 6. Back into the Simcast here. The Jazz with an early lead in overtime. And they lead it by 4 here. Now by 2. 57 seconds to go. All right, let's jump in here. And look, I'm not rooting against LeBron. He's my favorite player ever. But, like, at some point, you would think he would stop winning. Wemby alley-oop attempt. That goes out of bounds. We'll see who it goes to. It will stay with Utah. LeBron thinks it's their ball. But it will stay with Utah. I thought it was off Utah as well. But 52 seconds to go. The Jazz up by 2. 19 on the shot clock. Utah will pass it in here. The camera's just all screwed up. It's a... Okay, what are we doing, 2K? Come on. No, we're just doomed. Okay, I don't know what's happening. What is happening? What happened? What the heck? Yes. All right. No, we're still zoomed in on LeBron. The game is now trolling me. I was rooting for LeBron, and they're like, all right. Now you just watch LeBron. All right, Sabonis with the... I don't know what's going on with this. We're just zoomed into LeBron. I'm so confused. LeBron jumper. Good. All right. A big shot by LeBron. We're all tied up at 138. I don't know what happened to the camera. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. 36 seconds to go. I don't know what happened. That's never happened before. Wemby has it, guarded by Bol. We're all tied up here in game number 6. The Jazz trying to force a game 7. Nice pass by Wemby to Powell. He'll kick it back out to Lewis. And Lewis will take it back out. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Lewis gives it to Cunningham. Cunningham guarded by Bridges. 3 on the shot clock. He's got to do something. Marketing for 3. Gets blocked. by Domantas Sabonis. Oh my goodness. So Bol Bol and the Knicks will have a chance here. He'll pass it in. 13 seconds to go. LeBron has it. Oh, Lord. If LeBron hits a buzzer beater at 41 years old to win the finals. 5 seconds. 4. LeBron to the rim. No good. No timeouts. Wemby. Oh, my. Oh! Oh, oh my God. That was the craziest ending. Bol Bol had a shot. I couldn't even speak. How did Bol Bol miss that? I am just stunned. I can't believe what I just saw. Wemby went for a full court shot, got blocked by Sabonis, I think. Bol Bol grabbed it in the paint. This was wild. So Wemby tries to go for a full court shot. The problem is he starts it with 1.7 seconds. Sabonis comes over and blocks him. Bol Bol has to take the shot, and it just is in and out. And he was, no one contested it. Unbelievable. So we'll jump back into the Simcast. We have a double overtime here in Game 6. Down to a minute and a half. It's 148 to 144. All right, let's jump in. Holy moly. A minute and 18 to go. The New York Knicks have the ball down by 4. Bol Bol will pass it in. He gets it to LeBron. LeBron guarded by Powell. This is a mismatch. Just go right to the rim. And that's what he does. LeBron will take a jumper instead, and he misses it. Weird shot there. Cunningham with it now. He'll take a deep three. That's no good. That was a bad shot as well. DeRozan over to LeBron. LeBron driving. Mid-range jumper. That's good. Back to a 2-point game. So Wemby now with it. 50 seconds to go. Guarded by Bol Bol. Wemby driving right. Guarded by Bol. And he'll get fouled. And that is the 6th foul for Bol Bol. He will foul out. Wemby, by the way, only 18 points. Now 19 here in game number 6. And the second is good. 20 points for Wembanyama. But it's back to being a 4-point lead for the Utah Jazz. Who scored for the Jazz? Wemby only has 20. Zeke Naji in place of Bol Bol now. He'll give it to DeRozan. DeRozan over to Bridges, gives it to LeBron. The Knicks still down by 4. LeBron step back 3. No good. Wemby with the rebound. And that should just about do it. Wemby to the free throw line. And he hits the first. And the second is also good. So a 6-point lead for the Utah Jazz. The Knicks need to hit a 3 here. LeBron guarded by Powell. Will kick it out to Naji. Naji, 13 on the shot clock. Got to do something here. Over to DeRozan. DeRozan backing down Lewis. Just wasting so much time. That's no good. All right, that'll do it. The Utah Jazz will win a crazy Game 6 here in the 2027 NBA Finals. And we will head to a Game 7. On to a Game 7 we go. In New York, and we're just going kind of back and forth here on runs as the Jazz are just down by 3 now. Now they have the lead. Now the Knicks have the lead. So back and forth we go down to a minute and a half. Oh, my. The Utah Jazz have pulled away. They're going to do it. They are going to come back from 3-1. 3 seconds, 2-1, and that will do it. The Utah Jazz have completed the comeback. Down 3-1 in this series to the greatest player of all time. And Victor Wembanyama leads the Utah Jazz to their second franchise NBA championship. The last time the Jazz won was 2007 with Dwayne Wade, where they beat the Chicago Bulls. The last time they were even in the finals was 2012, where they lost to LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. But the Utah Jazz and Victor Wembanyama are NBA champions. Wemby, at the age of 23, wins MVP and finals, or MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and a championship. One of the very few players to ever do that, right? LeBron is on that list. Jordan should be on that list. We'll see who wins finals MVP here. It should be Wemby, I'm assuming. And the finals MVP will go to Victor Wembanyama. Wow. 23 years old. And in the same year wins MVP, DPOY, and a finals MVP. That's very impressive. Wembanyama in the finals, 24, 12, and 9. 3 blocks and 2 steals. Defensively, he's just a monster. And being guarded by Bol Bol, who's one of the few players that size-wise can match up against him and at least make things tough on him. But he played great. And obviously coming back from a 3-1 deficit, I'm not exactly sure how many teams have done it. It hasn't been done often, maybe 2-3 times. So obviously an incredible run for Victor Wembanyama and the Utah Jazz. Does this hurt LeBron's legacy? No, I don't. Guys, he's 42 years old. He shouldn't even be there. You know, it's ridiculous. 10 NBA finals, to win 7 of them, and to lose the 3 that he lost, where 2 of them were to Jokic and 1 to Wemby. I don't think, and at 42 years old, I don't think there's any shame in that. But LeBron, easily the greatest of all time. I mean, 7 titles, 7 or 8 MVPs, 8 Defensive Player of the Year awards. The dude is ridiculous, and that might have been his final year. We'll see. I mean, he is 42, so I don't know if he plays another year, but he's going to go down as the all-time scoring leader, all-time assist leader, all-time steals leader, all-time blocks leader. And, I mean, just look at his award history. 24-time All-Star, 18-time first-team All-NBA, which both are records. I mean, he was on the All-NBA team 23 times, at least. That's versus second team. What a career. What a career for LeBron James. And if this is it, it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the video. We've got some big changes coming in the next video, which I'm really excited for. The league is getting shaken up a bit. There's a lot of talent in the league, and I think it's time we add a couple of teams. So that should be fun. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Let me know in the comments below. Can Victor Wembanyama become a top 5 player of all time? Can he become the greatest player of all time? He's got a lot of work to do. Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the year 2027.